When it comes to high school football, it doesn't get much better than Ithaca and Montrose. Both teams are 12-0. Both of these teams have met in the playoffs the last 3 seasons. And with Ithaca on the road to 54 straight wins, they've came away with the W every single time. Now, all this game needs to do is live up to the hype. And I'm telling you, the game of the year would live up to the hype. Ithaca leads 7-0 in the second. Malik Taylor, he gets the Rams on the board. 4-yard touchdown run makes it a 7-7 ball game. Final minute of the first half, Rams inside the 10. Riley Warren, he coughs up the ball. That keeps the game tied going into the locker room at the half. Now the first drive for the Yellow Jackets fails. They have to punt, and they punt to Antonio McMillian, who muffs the punt but then promptly picks up the rock and marches 85 yards all the way to the barn. That puts up the Rams 14-7. So the Yellow Jackets, they need to answer, and they do. Travis Smith, a 67-yard laser to Logan Hesbrook. He scampers in for 6. That ties the game at 14 points apiece. Now in the fourth quarter, Ithaca with the ball again. Travis Smith leads a masterful drive, which is capped off with a 5-yard touchdown strike to Eli Villalobos. 21-14 Yellow Jackets. 2 minutes and 5 seconds left in the game. Montrose needs to drive on 2nd and 17 from the 49. Warren, a tight one, fits a tight one into a tight window. Jacob Pierce takes care of the rest. 21-20. All they need is the extra point to tie this game, but the kick does not stay true. So the Yellow Jackets remain in the lead by 1. The Rams would have one final shot. Warren gets picked off by his counterpart, who is playing defense for the first time this season. It pays off. Ithaca keeps the nation's longest winning streak alive at 55, and Montrose season ends in heartbreaking fashion, 21-20.
I kept telling the kids on the sideline, I said, it's going to be a bad snap, bad snap, bad snap. And it was a perfect snap, and then, the ball just went to the left. And, that's just one of those things where sometimes you got to be good, but sometimes you got to be lucky. And today, I guess we were a little bit of both.
My heart goes out for my young kicker. People are going to say, well, that cost us the game. But that didn't cost us the game. We got the ball back. We had an opportunity to do something with it, and we didn't.
Ithaca will continue their march to 4 straight titles next week in the Dome versus Clinton. Now in Division I, Carmen Ainsworth taking on Clarkston. The winner goes to their first state championship game in school history. Clarkston has jumped out to a 39-6 lead in the second, but the Cavs on the comeback trail. Javante Alexander, 208 yards rushing in this game here. A 30-yard score cuts into the lead. 2-point conversion going to be good as Malik Seals plunges in, but Clarkston still leads by 25. Now, as good as Alexander was on the afternoon, Ian Erickson, even better for the Wolves, scored 6 times in this contest. This put the Wolves up 50. Carmen Ainsworth's season comes to a close at the hands of Clarkston, 61-26.
We prepared for this moment about 3 or 4 years ago, and we practiced during the playoff times, even though we weren't in the playoffs. And those kids used those extra weeks, and they just kind of prepared themselves for this moment. And by doing that, I think our whole program is going in the right direction.
Coach Williams absolutely right there. The Cavs had nothing to hang their head about. They had a great year. Now the Hornets of New Lothrop find themselves against a really good Muskegon Catholic Central's team. Both squads been steamrolling through the competition so far. MCC already up 21-0 in the second. Nicholas Holt hands the rock off to Alex Landowski, 28-0 Crusaders. Early fourth, it's a 17-point ball game. Tommy Scott up the gut, 37 yards for the touch. Hornets now down 24. This just wasn't their day. Next MCC possession, Lewandowski. He finds pay dirt once again. New Lothrop, their season ends abruptly to Muskegon Catholic Central, 45-14. Now Division 7 now. 12-0 Ishpeming taking on once defeated Harbor Beach second quarter. And down at the 40-yard line, Alex Barones, he takes a direct snap in for 6. Ishpeming, they extend their lead 14-0 after the 2-point conversion. Later, Ishpeming getting a little greedy. Eric Barones looking downfield, but a nice pick here by Eli Kraft. He wrestles the ball away from Ozzie Corp for the INT. Kraft gets taken down inside Ishpeming territory, but the Pirates, they're going to have to settle for a field goal. Now, Ishpeming would put this one away in the second half. They go on to win 44-10. They're advancing to the state finals for the second year in a row. How about Beal City as we stay in the Superior Dome? for the Division 8 semis, 12-0 Forest Park and 12-0 Beal City. Good contest here. Fourth quarter, 4th and 1. Jeff Johnson to Austin Snell for the easy touch. 6-0 Forest Park. Now after a BC TD and a recovered onside kick, Kirk Gross goes with the rollback screen and finds pay dirt for a 36-yard score in a matter of seconds. This game has changed to a 14-6 Beal City lead. Now in the third, the Aggies defense, they forced 4 takeaways on the day. It led to points. Hayden Huber, he goes in for 6 as well on the 35-yard touchdown run. Beal City, they cruise 34-18 over Forest Park. They're headed to the Division 8 finals.